get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no loss. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down and get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spin. Made it, kill it, and did it again. I'm with the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. I'm moving too fast, I can't stop. Wiping it down with the paint hot. Left hand on the wheel. I'm closing the top of the raindrop. I'm keeping the game in the headlock. Went throwed and blinded my dreadlock. In the end zone with the mad dot. One phone call, get it dead stop. I feel like I own the season. Say one thing, just give me a reason. Knowing you're mad, I'm undefeated. Top dog, making it even. Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no loss. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down and get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spin. Made it, kill it, and did it again. With the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
Coach, thanks. As mentioned, we are on the North Shore of Pittsburgh. It's sold out Heinz Field in the Steel City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New York Giants and the Pittsburgh Steelers. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback.
Check 91. 180. Mike 91. Oh, here we go. Oh. Check. Crunch. 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 Snickers. No Snickers. Watch the end. Big, big. Bang, bang. Bang, bang. Flag.
Now a handoff looking right. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Hey, you got 3 down, 3 down.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a first down. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the first.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
Black 20. King.
Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Kyler Fackrell, the linebacker. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
There we go. We're going to 53. Hey, keep it up.
Now Saquon Barkley, a man who played collegiately here in the Keystone State. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Now Prescott. And Ingram hauls it in. 10 yards, good for a giant first down. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
Yeah, we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got us a turnover? We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
First down, Giants.
They keep it with Barkley on first down. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown run as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They had the auspicious beginning to the season, a first drive turnover. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. The run there on first down gets him a yard to the 26. Tackle made there by Jabril Peppers. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Here's Roethlisberger to throw. Ebron's got it. That one goes for 24 yards. You know, when I see passes like that, I'm reminded of something you and I talked about yesterday. Big Ben was a wide receiver the first 3 years of high school, sitting behind the coach's son, and then he finally got that opportunity. I think he's made the most of it.
It's always the coach's son, isn't it? But you know where it helps him? When he looks downfield, he knows what the receivers are going to do. He actually has wide receivers' eyes when he's throwing the ball.
I'm coming for you, man. Check. Fresno. Quarter. Check. Blue, Thursday.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Take both of them.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
It's now 3rd and 4. Check! Black 20. Mike 91. Strip the ball. Strip black.
Now it's Roethlisberger. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 28.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
Easy.
Now they try the right side here. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
It's going to be a long...
Roethlisberger. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
Out routes are always timing routes, and if the timing's off just a little bit, it can really throw off a play. It looked like he led him a little too much there.
Yeah, there was a fraction of a second because he caught it, just couldn't stay in bounds. And the Steelers on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 7. Here's Roethlisberger. And they're going to try the screen. It's complete. He lost a big chunk, 6 yards there, and it leads to 4th down.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it, and smothered it. What a 3rd down stop by them.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. For the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone.
We play to win. Let's go.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. A gain of 6 there on first.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now Saquon Barkley, and he'll be tackled at about the 35. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley, and he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Prescott, he's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's caught inside the 35. A big play there for the Giants. 41 yards.
But we spent a lot of time exalting the offensive masterminds in this game, right? They draw up these beautiful plays. They look so perfect up on the board. But occasionally, sometimes you just say, throw it up and let him go get it. How about that play?
He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the Steelers' 25-yard line.
Here we go. 55 to mine. Check 55 to mine.
They go back to the ground now with Barkley.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Here we go. Here we go, 47.
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score.
Let's go, boy. Bring it up.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Now Prescott finds his tight end Ingram. Another good completion on the drive as the Giants have a first down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes.
And he takes it into the end zone for a Giant TD. Saquon Barkley. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. PAT up and good by Rosas. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Leonard Williams, the former number 6 overall pick, got the sack that time. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Trying to get it to Ebron, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Kyler Fackrell, the linebacker. Then he's going to get this on down to the 13-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. Prescott. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. Golden Tate, his intended receiver. But now it's 3rd down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
Black 20. Check. Black 20.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action.
Black 20. Mike 91. It's just me. Jack 16.
They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Let's put that team on the bus.
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down. And they're out of timeouts, remember, so this is going to have to be a delay. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, You're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Let's go, B, let's go. Now let's get there. Set.
On third down, Barkley. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 13 yards, good for a giant first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley, and another 1st and 10 here. Prescott now. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. On the run, it's Barkley. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 10 yards, good for a giant first down.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
First down, Prescott. He'll take a shot for the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. A quick throw. Here's Shepard. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Here's Prescott. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. Dak and the offense still out there. They are going to go for it.
Here we go.
Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Here's Jamie Gillen now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. Could not have thrown that out there any better. When the ball hit the ground, I thought it might go into the end zone the way it was angling, but perfectly jutting out at the 1.
You think maybe what we saw in practice came into play there? You know, he put those big cans down on the sideline and angled for him and shot for him. Looks like it worked out pretty well.
Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. Well, I think you can go ahead and give your punter an assist on that one. Pinned him deep, and the defense comes through with 2 points.
You're exactly right, partner. This was all set up by a great punt, and if the ball goes in the end zone, this never happens. So great call. Give the punt team and the punter some love.
Now it's Tate.
Let's go.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 31.
From the 31, Prescott. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
But it's not been the best game for him, but he definitely tried to get by with a little help from his friend there, trying to create a big play.
Couldn't do it, fell incomplete. But you're right, hasn't been a banner game here in the second half, just trying to get going.
Big thing is trying to keep confidence up and continue to fire.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. And he's going to be stopped short of a 1st down as they'll get to him at about the 33. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. They're indeed going for it. It's Prescott. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. First carry for James Conner, and he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
If they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on 1st down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. Throwing on 2nd and 8, Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Smooth. 91 is the Mike. Mike 91. You better bring it. You better bring it. 44. I'm letting you know right now.
Here's Roethlisberger. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Dexter Lawrence able to get him down for a loss of 11, and it brings up 4th down. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. Now Roethlisberger. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And the Giants are going to get the football back. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From just shy of midfield, Prescott. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, 4th quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
The Giants on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. This is Barkley. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Call it a 4-yard pickup, but it leaves him a few inches short here on 4th down. They'll run with Barkley, and this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward, and indeed he did not. They stop him. Saquon Barkley denied on 4th down. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. So good field position for the Steelers as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. I was going to let this go for the end zone. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. A big play there. 55 yards as his guys are back within a single score. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And it's up. This is good, and it makes it a 16-10 game now. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down,
caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
The Giants on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 4. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll run for it with Barkley. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. They've been burned twice already on 4th down, but the 3rd time's the charm as they keep the drive moving. Well, some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. Now it's Barkley. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. On 2nd and 7, Prescott. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on 1st down. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Throwing, Prescott. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack by T.J. Watt, or as his mother Connie calls him, Trent Jordan Watt. And here the pressure from the outside linebacking spot.
And normally when that happens and they're able to get home, that means the other guys on his team helped him out a lot. That they occupied people to allow it to be no less than a one-on-one situation allows him to get home.
This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One-play drive, long pass. Maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one-play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. They find some open field here. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Open man right side is Smith-Schuster, complete. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a 1st down. That's what they need right now. Get the 1st down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Throwing now is Roethlisberger. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does. And in the 2nd quarter, he may very well run by him. But in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great play there. 44 yards. As they are now just an extra point away from taking the lead here in the final 2 minutes. They get one more as the extra point's up and good. And that is going to put them on top by a point, and it sets us up for quite a finish. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Barkley on 1st down, going to work his way forward, only for about a couple there. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. They'll run it again with Barkley. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. He'll look to throw. Over the middle, he's got his tight end Ingram.
Let's go, baby.
Prescott now 10 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10. They'll try the right side here. Barkley. And he'll be brought down right on the 50. A gain of 3. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. Again, it's Barkley. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock.
Right there, look, 55. You. Here go 47.
Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for Pittsburgh, they can breathe a sigh of relief as they're able to eke out the 1-point victory here in the opener. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for the Giants, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Mississippi and New Orleans. Big Snoop Dogg got a Madden lead. His team is off the hook and you don't really want none, but if you do, come and get some. See, tell your mama and tell your daddy and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Tell your mama and tell your daddy and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Come get some if you want some, but you ain't bad enough, so you can't take none. I'm Big Snoop Dogg and I'm the only one, and when it comes to Madden, all y'all fools my sons. Haha, bag up off me and watch you lose. Snoop Dogg is on the mic, I'm giving Madden blues. And if you choose to run up on me, you gon' get laid out so fast, cause I can get you with the run or I can hit you with the pass. Come on. I can't be touched and I can't be schemed. Roll you when I'm in a mud league. 2-0, Madden time on you suckers. Y'all can't get close, so why you wanna touch us? Cause my team is so hard. My team is legit. Madden 20, Snoop Dogg is, I get it. Come on. I got cleats on my feet, jersey on my back, helmet on my head, ready to attack like that. Down in Mississippi and New Orleans, Big Snoop Dogg got a Madden lead. His team is off the hook and you don't really want none, but if you do, come and get some. See, tell your mama and tell your daddy and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Tell your mama and tell your daddy and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Come get some if you want some, but you ain't bad enough, so you can't take none. I'm Big Snoop Dogg and I'm the only one, and when it comes to Madden, all y'all fools my sons. Haha, bag up off me and watch you lose. Snoop Dogg is on the mic, I'm giving